Hello wonderful people, you're officially welcome to the maiden edition of the Legendary Show. My name is Dorsey, your official host, and on the show we interact with legends who have made history and are still doing amazing works in the country and the world at large. On the show today we have an amazing personality. You know, whenever he's interviewed on other platforms, innumerable euphemisms are used to describe who he is, how creative he is and all that. But if you ask me, I personally know him now. I know he has an invisible talisman, a good one though. He has creativity emblazoned on one side and positive mental attitude on the other side. I love him because whenever he's in the midst of people, he comes in with some vavavoom. You know, he's excited to be here, but he's exciting to be with viewers. We have Prince KOJO Hilton on the show with us, but we're going for a quick break. When we come back, it's all about his life, his career, and we have some funny questions for him as well. Now, Prince, a quick one though. You know, when I was growing up, I wanted to do visual art. I was learning perspective drawing, elements of design. I was doing batik making, but I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know who to be like. So I had misplaced priorities. So I was very happy to hear about your support at Foundation.
Yep.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you so much.
But today we want to know something we all don't.
Okay.
So apart from Prince KOJO Hilton, what other name do you have?
Okay, I was born on a Monday, so KOJO, but they used to call me Joe, or Jojo. Yeah, when I was little, my mom calls me Jojo and my grandmom, yes. And people thought Joe is Joseph.
Oh, okay.
You know, and Jojo also, people thought I was a fancy. Or I'm a fancy, but I'm not. So I changed both names to KOJO, since KOJO is a Monday born name, so I'm using Prince KOJO Hilton now. That's my name.
Right. So how was growing up like? Your childhood, how was it like?
Oh, my time was fun.
Was fun?
Really, really fun. Our time, we're having a lot of games. Yes, in school we play a lot of games that now you can't even find children playing.
Were you playing chess, Kelly?
I was playing chess.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I was playing even the two that the ladies.
Oh, hopscotch.
Yes. We guys, sometimes when the ladies are doing, we even know how to do it, and we even join them.
Okay. Were you playing ampe? No.
No, not the ampe.
Okay.
We have one game that we tie cloth on our back and hold it and run, and then the air, enters and it becomes big.
Yeah.
You know, kite.
Okay.
Another time we call it a sangoli. I was born in Adabraka. So, Ghana land, so I speak Ghana a lot. I really
Ganyon Jibu. Okay, anyway. So, did you have any nickname in school?
Oh, no. Everyone calls me Prince, yes.
So, what was your first school? What school did you attend?
Yes, Reverend N.S. Bruce Memorial Methodist School.
That's long.
Yes, that time. But now, schools' names are very short too.
Yeah.
Montessori.
I know, right? Anyway, okay. So, did you have any best friend? Or?
Yeah, and I still keep them. My school days when I was in primary school, there was Sylvester Mensah, Emmanuel Okran, a lot of them. We are all still in contact. We are on social media. We chat every day. Yeah.
So, what was your favorite food?
I love banku a lot.
You like banku and what? Tilapia?
Banku and shito.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes.
Were you living with both parents or?
No, I grew up seeing my mom and my grandmom. Yes, I grew up seeing my mom and my grandmom. I didn't come to meet my dad. I was told he traveled and he never came back. But then all is well.
Yeah, all is well.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so were you a street child? Were you playing on the streets or you were always reserved?
In our time, I wasn't really playing on the street. My house is, I share the same wall with my school.
Oh, okay.
So right from home to school, from school, That so you wouldn't find me working in town like because my grandmom would never permit me to go out.
Oh, okay. Was she very protective?
Very
strict.
I stayed with my grandmom.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and before I'll go out, I have to sneak, find some lie,
Hey, Prince. Okay.
find some lie, or when I'm sent, then maybe I'll pass through to do my own errands. And those time, my playing grounds were the art center, the museum, the Kwame Nkrumah Museum. When I was in primary 5, primary 6, that was my hideout. I could say my hideout. After close of school, I go to the museum and I see a lot of works that I stand in front and then I sketch and then I develop my, yes. So moving or just loitering around in town is not my thing. Yes. And then I remember I used to go to the beach to collect sea sand for my artworks. Yes. I noticed my mom had wanted me to become a pilot. And she never once like see me drawing. Anytime I'm drawing and she meets me, she'll beat me up.
I can only imagine.
So gradually, I had an uncle who spoke to her. You know, this thing my mom has been beating me off all the time. I never stop. I still, on my leisure time, you will not find me playing. I'll be drawing. I'll be molding. I'll be sculpting. I'll be doing something creatively with my hands. On our walls, when I get a chalk, when I get charcoal, I'll spoil the wall with my artworks, you know.
So your favorite subject was obviously visual art.
Visual art. And when I was in school, I love English a lot. Mathematics, no.
Why? You didn't like the calculations?
No. So, but I love, especially vocational skills at time, a bit of agric, but I love history. I love history.
I think history has to do with a little bit of art. Growing up, did you have any career you wanted to go into apart from art?
No. When I was growing, I find myself drawing and I find joy doing that. So I never saw any other career apart from what I was blessed with, you know. And let me tell you this one real quick. I have a scar right in between my chest. And it came by, there was a time when I told you my mom didn't want to see me draw.
Yeah.
So I hide to sketch.
Okay.
There was one time in the evening I was supposed to be reading, doing my homework. I was drawing then. And a nephew of mine reported me to her that I'm not reading, I'm not doing my homework. So she came with cane to whip me. So I was in a haste to cover up the drawing and put my notebook in front. Mistakenly, I turned the pencil upside down and then covering it, I had the pencil entering into my chest.
It should be that close then.
Yes. I was just like covering like this and it entered half an inch.
Oh, okay.
And then the pencil was just stuck there like that. My mom couldn't do anything. She just dropped the cane. They carried me, they managed to take off the pencil, they carried me straight to police hospital and I was operated by my uncle's father, who was a doctor then, operated me and then they took out the knee because the knee broke into me, yes, you know, and then they took it off. And then I realized that since then, my mom realized that no,
that's your passion.
Yeah, she should allow me be myself. Because that's what makes me happy. And I had an uncle called Solomon Opoku by then. He was the one who actually talks to my mom, but she doesn't listen. So when this happened, he went back and said, I told you, relax on this guy. You know, and I realized that was when everything started for me. She started supporting me, she started buying colors for me, and those times in school, when my teachers passed by, whom they say, Mr. Letitia, your son, he's good, he's very good at drawing. He helps us in our teaching aids. So what is he going to do with drawing? You know, that time. But in my terminal reports,
doing good.
Every every terminal report that comes, he's a very good artist. Encourage him a lot. When my mom says encourage him, I encourage who? You know, so on and on and on and on and on. And then now here I am. I'm just playing my passion.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Very. So growing, were you a Christian?
Yes, yes, I'm a Christian.
You still are?
Yes, I'm still a Christian.
Did you hold any position in church?
When I was attending church with my mom and my stepdad, who they all attend Church of Christ,
Okay.
and I was the Sunday school teacher then,
Okay.
and then helping the kids with drama, music,
And
dance
arts.
and arts. You know, you know. So yes, but now I'm attending ICGC, and then use my talents in the house of the Lord.
Do you want to be a pastor?
I'm a pastor with my talent.
Oh, okay.
I make sure I give God the praise and give God the glory anytime I create something that people are admiring it.
Okay, but you don't want to stand in front of them and preach and all that.
Maybe may come some years, but not now. I am not prepared for that. But I believe that I'm preaching, or is it evangelism?
Yeah, evangelism.
My evangelism through my creative works. Yes,
nice.
yes.
We went to your life, your personal life. Now we want to know about your career, where you started from. You said your parents encouraged you when it got to a point they saw that they couldn't do anything about it. So at what point did you feel you would go straight to art?
There was a time when I'm being sent at home to go buy something across the street. There's an old man who's an artist across the street. He has a shop. And trust me, if you send me to go get you food, I'll go stand there and watch the old man paint whatever. So even unless he sacked me.
Oh, okay.
So there have been several times I've been there, and one time he said, you this boy, go and call me your parents. So that day, I remember my auntie was at home. I went to call her, and I went there. And then the old man told her that, he has noticed that this boy, whenever he's been sent, he comes here to, you can see that I really admire the work. Okay. They should allow me to come and learn the trade.
Okay.
So I think I was in primary 3 when I had my first master.
Okay.
Primary 3, I was a small boy then. I had my first master who started teaching me the basics, the principles of design, the elements
of design.
Yes, you know. So I now entered fully
into art.
Most times we go morning and afternoon shift.
Okay.
So when I'm in the morning shift, after school, I go to the old man, then the vice versa. So gradually, I was developing and developing and developing. Right when I completed JHS, I went to stay with my mom and my stepdad in Tema. And I had another master again called Johnson Bonzi, who taught me realistic portraits and using oil paints and a little bit of graphics and all that. And then I had another master called Mr. Adokwe. Mr. Adokwe is a very creative artist who uses shells, stones, leaves to create. So Mr. Adokwe actually exposed me to being creative or thinking out of the box.
Okay.
Yes, you know. And then right from him then I came back to my uncle at the National Theatre, and he exposed me to stagecraft. Okay. Yes, creating costumes, makeup, stage design, props and all that. So I started right from the stage. Okay. And then gradually I was reading. I'll tell you something. I didn't get it from the classroom.
Okay, practical.
It was on practical basis. You know, I didn't even get a chance of going to senior high for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
My senior high certificate, I wrote NOVDEC.
Oh, okay.
So just for 1 year, I had my general knowledge in art, picture making, core maths and core English. I wrote just 4, and that's what I feel I need. at that time, needed at that time. So I got that. I applied with ICS, International Correspondence School, in the area of fine art. And I did for 1 year, diploma in fine art for 1 year. And then I started assisting my uncle at the National Theatre. So gradually, my uncle also does set designs for films. Those time of Danfubiye, Haki films. My uncle actually worked on Deadly Voyage as a special effect artist. So he has link with the film industry too. So I learned from my uncle how to do makeup, special effect makeup, creating props for stage, designing the Kiss of Concert Party. By then I was painting backdrops for the Kiss of Concert Party show. And then other things like assisting the carpenters. So I do carpentry as well too. I learned carpentry at the National Theatre technical department. So, and my uncle also doubles for the film industry as well. He does set design, he creates props, he does special effects for them. So it got to a time when he became too busy at the theatre, and when he's being called on film projects,
you represent him.
I represent him. So gradually, I also entered into the film industry, helping with stage design, set design, helping with props, special effects. And then I also started doing my own research. And I realized that it goes beyond what we do here in Ghana in our industry. Working as a set designer, you need to read wide. You need to be very skillful, and you need to have the talent. It's not something you can learn. You can't learn to become a set designer. No. I'm saying this on the camera. You can never learn to become a set designer. You should be an artist, a visual artist. So, working as a set designer and a props manager on set, your work is to create the environment or the settings for the play or for the film. So if you have no background or artistic background, sometimes it worries. There are things you need to be able to create, things you need to paint, and if you don't have the creative ability, it will be very, very difficult on your part. So gradually, I sharpened my skill by going to NAFTI. And I'm someone who really loves doing research. I buy books, I read a lot. I have a lot of books.
I noticed, I watched one video of you, and it was like inside your studio. Exactly. And it was full of books.
Full of books. Yes, I read books on film design, on stage design, on makeup, on special effects, on props. Those are the kind of books that I read from. And whilst I was growing, I watched Hollywood films a lot, especially horror films. And I do ask myself, how is it done?
Yeah.
You see somebody will be in some makeup, some scary face, and I asked me, is that how the
For me, I was thinking it was the editor, or maybe the, I don't know, I was thinking like that.
It's the makeup artist who does those scary faces, and you know. So I started drawing closer to what the Hollywood does. You know, and then I started reading wide, and I realized that no, I need to really learn hard. So I went to NAFTI in 2013 on a short course and graduated 2014. And then I've worked on a couple of movies, stage events.
You were doing Venus film, right?
Yes, I was doing Venus films too then. I did Danfubiye. I did the first Chewa film. I designed the shrine for Chewa, and it was my uncle who was supposed to do that, and he sent me to go do it. And that was how I also entered into, started working with Danfubiye and some of the producers. And gradually from NAFTI, I did some international productions, and that also got me to Hollywood, employing me on their film set, Sense8. So I worked on Sense8 in Nairobi as a scenic artist. I did a lot for them.
Yeah, you did. I know. Anyway, so has there ever been a case where a project you worked on, the subject matter or the director's approach was not a good fit for you? Maybe it was not in line with your style.
You know, I'm a different artist, and I work in a different way. I make sure that whatever project I'm working on, I see or I seek my client's opinion, his idea, and then I come up with my creative idea, and then we make sure they both come together, or they both marry. That at the end of the day, the product will look what you like and what I also like. So it has not been, I have not encountered any job that at the end there's fight or something. No.
Okay. So does the work get boring at times?
No. I never even get tired. I could stand by my works from morning to the next morning. And then I never get tired working, you know.
Okay, right. I notice you work with a team. So how do you keep them motivated in the face of tight deadlines? Maybe you have this, you have to do it at a certain date. How do you keep them motivated? How do you,
these guys that I work with are students that graduated from my art training.
Okay, Hilton's College of Arts. I know.
You know, and it's like they are doing their internship, but then I motivate them. Anytime we work, I make sure that after the work, I pay everybody, because they use their efforts, their time that they need to at least rest. I'm using them, so I work throughout the night and all that. So they also enjoy.
They do?
They do.
Okay. Okay, right. So in one of your interviews, you made a quote by Pablo Picasso. You said every child is an artist, but the problem is we being an artist once we grow up. So is it possible to get someone like you, taking into consideration that the person is not as talented or as gifted as you? Can the person work very hard to become like you?
Let me give you this short scenario. When we're in school, in primary, I think primary 4, in my class, almost half of the guys in the class are artists. Like we all draw. We all draw. We all equally good at drawing. But as I speak to you now, I'm the only one drawing. Sometimes they may not see the essence in what they are doing. And they may not follow their passion like the way I did. Maybe they still have the talent, but it's two different things. You could have the talent, and if you don't follow it, it may die off. You know, but I realized that this is what I can do and I can do best. Let me just push it. So that is why I am still in it.
Right. Now you were made the chairperson of the Ghana Association of Visual Arts, GAVA, and in your speech you said you advocate for respect and appreciation for visual artists. What do you think is the reason why visual artists are not appreciated in Ghana?
This is an old kind of thing. Right from my experience that I told you, our parents, they don't even see the essence or the importance of art or even learning art. And that is something that I'm trying to push, to let them know, or let even the artists themselves or the art practitioners know that what they have is what everybody needs. I'll tell you this. God, in His way, has given power or some kind of mandate to artists to be able to uncover what He has covered. Now, artists are able to tell what is supposed to happen, and they prepare for. The clothes you're wearing is an artist who designed it. The car we drive, an artist designed it first. The planes, the artist designed it first. You know, so if we value art and we respect them, we promote it, those who have the gift can come out more with whatever creative skill they have. But if we downplay them like they do in the secondary school, they think everybody who does who is in a visual art class is because he doesn't know anything, because he's not good in other areas.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Okay.
I'm telling you, art is the most difficult subject ever.
Okay.
There's formula in doing calculation in mathematics. If you follow the principles, the formula, you can do it. When I tell you to paint your village, can you paint it?
No. I don't even know my village.
There's no formula of painting. There's no formula. You need to be creative to do that. It's a gift.
Yeah.
You know, so it's our time. Our parents should allow us
Okay.
and support their kids.
Okay.
Whenever they see them have some special gifts, special ability, special creative skill, they should support them.
Okay.
And,
So
and then to make the industry grow.
Okay. You said when you were growing, you had a lot of people more than you. You had your uncle, you had Efo Kojo Malde, you worked with thousands of Ghanaian celebrities, you worked with Ben Kwade, you worked with a lot of them. Now you said Bolare gave you your first job. Yeah. I was thinking what job was that? Was it the stage you did for the cassette musical concert or the Throne of Mics?
No, it was way back 2007. Okay. He used to do Akwafo Hall.
Legon.
Legon.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a fashion show.
Oh, okay.
And then I was given the opportunity to design the stage.
Okay, I'm sure it will be the artist night and all that.
Yes, at the National Theatre.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so my first time of even doing my personal job was Bolare who gave me that job. And so now, you know, I respect that guy. So now I still work with him, and he still calls me for jobs that he...
Okay, so the Throne of Mics, you were the brain behind it. Okay, now I was confused because you said it was for HBO.
HBO was the Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
you know, we took the concept from the Game of Thrones. Okay. And we changed ours to the Throne of Mics.
Game of Thrones, yes. Throne of Mics.
Yes.
Oh,
Game of Thrones, the throne is swords. The design is sword. But ours is a music event, musical concert. Oh, okay. And we want to honor the winner. Okay. So we can honor him with seats with knives.
So it's not for them?
No, it's not for them. And you know SHATTA WALE won.
Were you there?
Yes, I set up the stage.
Oh, okay.
I set up the throne, and then he used it. But
amazing.
I have gotten to know that he has the throne in his room.
Are you kidding? This is the Legendary Show with me, your host, Dosi, and we are still with Prince KOJO Hilton. Now, Prince, we all know that you created the Guinness eruption and the volcanic effect. So when you were contacted by Charter House, in that fraction of a second, did you ever think of telling them the project was impossible, the project is difficult? Because it was mind-blowing for me.
I strongly believe you as a visual artist have a lot of command, and it's your duty to make things happen. Okay. So when someone's dream, I want to shoot a movie on an island, I want to be here.
Because they can easily say it too, but how to put it into action is the problem.
It's true. You know, myself, when I was called on that project, when immediately he said volcano, and then he asked, "Can you do it?" I said, "Yes." Then he asked again, "Have you ever seen a volcano before?" I said, "No." And so how are you going to do it? I said, and that's why I'm an artist, and that's why you also called me. Okay. So it's about time I need to go do my research well and then get you what you want. Okay. So I did a lot of research on that. If you watch that video,
you did a miniature.
I did a miniature of it. I showed it to them, and they liked it. Okay. And then I was given the whole contract to build that huge thing.
A lot of people were there. I saw how it came out. It was amazing.
I used the carpenters from the National Theatre, those that trained me. Okay. And then at that time, most of my students were around, so most of them got to work on that project. Okay. Yeah.
So which tool do you normally rely on your day-to-day activity? Which tool?
Tool?
Yeah.
My tool that I never leave is my pencil. It's always with me.
I thought you were come to say wood because everything you do, you use wood.
Well, not everything. It depends on the concept and then what I'm actually creating. I use cotton, I use fabric, I use paper. I designed a stage for my uncle's production, The Adventures of Sasa and AC. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, I created a huge rock on one side of the...
Yes. I've seen the what you're talking about.
A kitchen and then a house.
Okay.
So I used everything. The rock was created with paper and fabric,
Okay.
you know, and then acrylic paints, you know. So I use everything that comes.
But you never leave your pencil.
I never leave my pencil because before I'll be able to bring out something for people to see, the thing is right here in my head. How do I let my client see it unless I sketch it? So I do a lot of series of sketches on everything. If you can see, I have a lot of drawings here in my paper, you know. Or these are all samples of quick sketches when I'm speaking with my clients. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. Okay, then whilst you explaining, I'm sketching, and at the end I'll give you what you really want. I have one quick sketch here that I wanted to show to you. See, this is the beginning sketch of the salsa and AC thing I did on the stage. You know, the development process. I have things that I did like this. This is a set I designed, you know, and I have to do the brainstorming here. This was a picture that came to my mind. I need to sketch it, show it to my clients. Or this is what I saw. Okay, what would you add as well? And then, you know, that's how it goes, you know. So that's the...
so this is in Shatta Wale's room.
Exactly. This is the Game of Thrones.
Okay.
You see, so I need to do my sketch. Okay. You know, I got the reference from the Game of Thrones itself, you know, so I have to change mine to microphones, yes.
Okay. And you also said you placed second in a competition held by Hennessy,
yeah.
And you said you worked with American artists and German artist David.
Yes.
So you were second. Were you disappointed?
Oh, I wasn't disappointed at all because I learned a lot on that day. Okay. I think that was my first event that I did publicly with prominent people.
Okay.
And they were all like Kojo, everybody, like, you know, they were just supporting me, and I was just doing my own thing.
So you were doing it for the fun, not for the first position?
No, I was just having fun. Okay. I could even leave my work and run around.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was entertaining at the same time. Okay. And David, he's good. David he took the first prize. He's very good. He's a very good fine artist. Okay. And then Ram, who came third, is an American artist. He's also very good in special effects. He also has his own special areas that, yeah, you know, yeah.
Now, from what I observe or from what I know, I can confidently say that the project you were so happy to work on was that of the Sin 8 production. Sense 8, sorry. Yes. The one you did for the John Claude Van Damme. Yeah. Did you feel that was your opportunity to go global?
That's it.
Okay.
From onset, when I started doing research on Hollywood and how they do their stuffs and where I can take my creative tool, I started learning from Hollywood, and it has always been my dream to get into Hollywood one day and then get there to explore, let them see what I also have, and then get to know what they also do that I can also learn from. Okay. Me, when I get to America today, that same day, I need to get to Hollywood on that same day. Even if I get to America at dawn, I'll enter into Hollywood. Okay. I just want to go learn from them. Okay. Come back to Africa, oh my God.
You blow our minds.
You know, so that's it.
So tell me more about the John
Claude
exactly.
Okay, on that project, I was employed as the scenic artist. Okay. What the scenic artist does is he creates the environment, he creates the locale or the settings for the play or the performance or the film. You know, so everything at the background, everything behind the actors, it's my responsibility
To do it.
to do. Let's say we are filming in 1970. We want to create that look, and then right behind you have MTN signboard. You've totally deviated. At that time there was no MTN, you know, so it's my work to take off things that are not supposed to be in the background. So I really helped the director a lot in that sense. And that movie too, I was called to design the look and feel of the main character's car for the film. The main character, he's a British who acted as a Kenyan, and he was a trotro driver. In Nairobi, they call trotro matatu. Yes. So he was a matatu driver. And there's one thing with Kenya that I love. All their matatus have paintings on them, have drawings, graffiti works. So when you're walking in town, you see this nice graffiti on cars, you know, it beautifies the city. So they're trying to mimic that in the movie. So some of the cars have Van Damme, it has Batman, Van Damme, you know, your favorite actor or your celebrity, you paint him on your car. So in the film, the main character loves Van Damme. He really loves Van Damme to the core. You know, so I was employed to go paint Van Damme on the bus. And then at the end, they realized that, no, this guy has a lot in him. I ended up painting donkeys.
Yeah, a live donkey to be a zebra. Yeah.
And there was an instance that I created a model of a castle, which was also used in the film. And I did a lot. I set up a carpentry, a fitting shop, like a mechanic shop in a warehouse, you know. So that's about it. But with Hollywood, it has always been my dream to get there one day and to explore, you know, yeah.
Okay, so you said before the Jean-Claude Van Damme, you were doing an ad for
Men of Ice, and that was also one of the things that got me to work with Hollywood. There's this production house from Nairobi called Ginger Inc., and they came to film a commercial for Men of Ice in Ghana, and I was employed as an assistant art director, assisting the production designer. And after work, she realized that I really helped them a lot. So she promised me that there's this job coming in Nairobi and they want me on board. And when that job also came, I was given an assignment. So I did some sketches, illustrations that I sent to them. And then I was told that, okay, Kojo, we've seen your design, we love it, but it's left with one person to approve your work. And if he approves it, then that's all. Then a few seconds, they called me back and they said, Kojo, do you know who approved your design? I said, no. They said, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I said, wow. He looked through your videos on YouTube. He watched your Facebook pictures and your works everywhere on social media. And he said, no, we should come in for you.
Okay, so what was the concept behind the Yangelo, if I'm right, video? Yeah, like Michael Jackson trailer. Yeah.
Yes, that's what the director wants, and then the actor or the musician wants to mimic the Michael Jackson Thriller in his video. So the director called me on board and said, with this kind of feel that I want, I know you are the only one who can help me achieve that. And by God's grace, I did a lot on that. We created a cemetery. If you watch the video, you might think it's a real cemetery. No, I created a cemetery at the beach. Oh, okay. Yes, I included the makeup on their faces, their body. Okay. I dug my own graves. Oh, okay. If you take a quick look at the video, there was a hand that came out from the grave, and that was my hand. Oh, okay. It's my hand. Okay. I did that. I was in a grave, and I have to do that effect. The props they were holding here and there are all my creations. And I'm always happy to hear people liking that work. I'm really happy that I've done something that it's of international standard and people are liking it.
So will you do more of music videos?
Yes, I do more of music videos. And I did small for Chame Kwame.
Yeah, with Miss V.
With Miss V, and that I did 4S4 Tantalizing and all that. So I'm more into music video too as well.
So what do you do during your leisure hours? Okay. Don't tell me you draw.
I don't even have leisure hours because I have a lot of jobs that when I sit down quietly and I'm not doing anything, my mind is working because I'm thinking of
how to do it,
how to do this, what kind of material to do it, and so all the time my mind is occupied, and I don't even have a time of my own. What I would say is, art is life, and trust me, art rules the world. It's just that it's quite unfortunate that this side of the world, Africa, has not come to realize or see the essence of art. And I'm trying to champion this cause of advocating what the art does in our lives, in our society, in our economy,
Okay, so you're still learning?
I'm still learning. Amazing. Every day. I've even learned something right here.
Okay, from me?
From you.
Anyway, we're still on with Prince KOJO Hilton. One word I can describe him is that he's like King Midas. Everything he touches tends to gold. If you want to know more about him, go on social media, learn about him. You can go on YouTube. All his works are there. This has been the Legendary Show, and we promise you more and more, nothing but the best. My name is Dorsey, and you can follow us on all our social media platforms.